Mark, we're 2 days out from our Boxing Day fixture against Preston North End. What are your thoughts and feelings on Boxing Day football?
Boxing Day football's tradition, and I think everybody loves it after they've had Christmas dinner and unpacked the presents or unwrapped the presents and sort of had the festivities at home. People look to get out, and there's no better place than a football stadium for your favourite team. And I think that, you know, up and down the land for over 100 years now, that, you know, people have been doing that, and it's a traditional day to play football. So whilst the calendar is packed and it gets more and more difficult each year, it gets more difficult because the intensity of the game's changed over time. You know, we are working really hard to try and put a team out for everybody to watch that's going to be consistent with what they're used to seeing. So those are the challenges for us, and they don't change. But it's still exciting. You still know that there's going to be a large following, and they're going to be noisy, and looking forward to seeing the team win. So, you know, that's our challenge, certainly for Boxing Day, and then we will sort of every 3 days, every third day we've got a game until 4th of January.
Whilst it has its challenges over this time of year, do you enjoy this festive period?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, for us it's different because we work. So I say we work. It's not like work. It's coming in and organising some players to go out and perform, and we're privileged to do it. You know, I think there's a lot of people would swap places with us. I don't think that many of us would swap places with anybody else because it's such a good and privileged position. So, you know, we look forward to coming in every day. It's brilliant, and that's not a cliche. That it's genuine. You know, and we're going through a sticky moment in terms of results, so we want to turn that round as quickly as possible. So we're working as hard as we can to do that.
Friday's fixture is the first of back-to-back home games at the Bet365 Stadium with a big crowd expected. How important is it that the players utilise that support, looking for 3 points?
We always do. You know, they've been brilliant. So the energy in the stadium, we can use that. We've been really good at home. You know, mostly we've been really good at home, and we need to pick those performances up and keep that going with the 2 games until the end of this year, this calendar year. So. Yeah, we're looking forward to that, and then on the back of that you've got 2 away games early on in the year, which are quite a way away. So you know, there's quite a spread of games before we go into the FA Cup. So most important game for us is Boxing Day because it's the next one. So nothing changes for us.
In terms of Preston, what have you made of the way they performed this season?
They're much like us. They're much improved, and that's no surprise. Paul Heckingbottom is a really good manager, good coach. He is, you know, he's somebody who's had success, promotion with Sheffield United a couple of seasons ago. They've brought some good players in, both permanently and on loan. We know JT, obviously, who left here in the summer and went there, and they're currently sitting above us. But if we can win this game, then it puts us on 36 points, and at the halfway stage, which is not a bad number, but we know it's a tough game. It really is a tough game. They're a good team, and he has them working away and doing what you'd expect a team of his to do.
Lewis Baker and Eric Bocat have missed last few games. How are they getting on in terms of their recoveries?
Okay, yeah, okay. They're at the next stage of their recoveries. You know, they've been out for a period of time. Eric, week, and Lewis has been out for 6 weeks now, 7 weeks. So, you know, we've missed him, you know, greatly because of his contribution when he's fit and available. So, I want to try and get him back as quickly as we possibly can do because he makes a big difference for us.
Friday's match marks the midway point of the season. We're sat 8th in the Championship. What does that say about the progress that's been made over the last 12 months?
Well, there's clear progress made to this point, but it's difficult to talk about progress on the back of the run we're on. So, you know, we want to then arrest that, and we've only really got one way of doing it, and that's to work and keep working in the way that we do. Now, there are things that you look for to try and tweak and make things better. The biggest part of that is to have everybody available, and obviously with Junior being missing, it does have an impact. We have to cope with that, and it's not something that can be fixed in a transfer window either. So we're looking at our best options, best solutions for the here and now, and then look forward to the games. Obviously Junior will be back at some point. Said before, tongue in cheek, but the reality is we want him back as soon as possible, fit and healthy. But I hope he enjoys his time with Cameron. So from my perspective, you know, we are looking to be in as good a position, as strong a position as we possibly can do after these next 2 games. But again, the stress that both games are tough. We've only just played Sheffield United, so that's going to be an interesting game. And the Preston game is obviously our last one. The teams we haven't played yet this season. So it's the turn of the league, and then you start to look at the running after that. But it's a big game. There's no doubt about it. It's always a big game on Boxing Day, and we really look forward to it. We know that atmosphere is going to be a really good one as well.